Yellowstone breakthrough. Fear supervolcano is rising from the ocean with scorching magma. Sebastian Ketley Express UK reports the shocking Yellowstone volcano theory, a hypothesis suggesting the monstrous supervolcano was pushed out of the ocean by powerful tectonic movements. This new theory contradicts the accepted view Yellowstone rode from the Earth's mantle. Well, recently they found a huge object, a structure lodged underneath the magma chamber of Yellowstone, and they believe that that is part of the tectonic plate, of the Pacific tectonic plate, pushing underneath Yellowstone. And yes, Yellowstone is part of the Ring of Fire. You may think it's not because it's so far in from the coast, but it is considered to be on the Ring of Fire. A geologist at the University of Illinois suggests the source of Yellowstone's volcanic activity could be found off the west coast of the United States. Dr. Lijun Lium, an associate professor of the Department of Geology, used supercomputer 3D modeling, and he established new models of plate tectonic movements which may have given rise to Yellowstone. The hypothesis that he presented radically changed the way scientists explain Yellowstone's fueling and formation processes. Julie Angel, Associate Professor of Earth Science at Parkland Sterkel Planetarium, said instead of the well accepting hypothesis of this material coming from deep in the mantle, he's proposing that it's the subduction of the ocean plate. We're talking about the Pacific plate, the Nazca plate off the west coast of North America, beneath the North American plate, that's causing the material to be shoved up close to the surface. He's proposing that that's the heat source, and that the source of this molten material for the Yellowstone volcano, not from deep in the earth, not from the mantle, that is. So that was the big takeaway. Professor Angel said that there's good potential that the Yellowstone hypothesis, in this hypothesis, the commonly accepted theory is the Yellowstone camera formed several million years ago in what is today the modern United States. A gigantic eruption of magma towards the Earth's surface some 630,000 years ago pushed the planet's crust upward into the shape we see today. Bob Smith, seismologist of the University of Utah, explains this crustal magma body is a little dimple that creates the uplift. It's like putting your finger under a rubber membrane, pushing it up, and the sides expand. The resulting caldera or volcanic depression measures about 34 by 45 miles. But Dr. Lium's new research has challenged the version of events, and Professor Angel thinks there is potential in it. He said, with more research, with more people taking a look at this, with more data being collected via this three-dimensional technology, I believe that it could be a competing hypothesis for Yellowstone. The news comes after a team of scientists at the University of Oregon found evidence suggesting the presence of a new body of magma underneath the Yellowstone supervolcano. Research used powerful computer modeling to prove a mid-crustal layer of hardened molten rock separates two magma chambers. Ilya Binderman, professor of Department of Earth Sciences, who co-authored the research, said the results of the modeling matches observations done by sending seismic waves through the sea. Quote, this work appears to validate initial assumptions and gives us more information about Yellowstone's magma locations. Now I wonder if that has anything to do now with more frequent eruptions or longer eruptions between longer periods of time, because that means that it's very close to the Ring of Fire, what's happening in the area of the Ring of Fire. This is on Express UK. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.